This is the Fakeologist Show.
This is Maggie.
It is, what day is it today? It's Tuesday, August 9th, 2022. Coming to you from the North Shore of Lake Ontario in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I wasn't in the mood to do a show yesterday. I just didn't feel it. And it is August, it is summer, and most shows are dormant in the summer because not as much usually happens. People take vacation. I know all of Europe takes August off, so they're not listening. Maybe the English are, but they're not part of Europe. So wasn't feeling it, but I do have a commitment on Tuesday with Uncle Vigilante.
Hola.
And there he is. He doesn't waste a second. So I figured that's the good part about scheduling a show. I have to show up because I know Uncle Vigilante is going to show up.
Darn right I am.
I know. So that's the thing about having other people on your show. You have to show up out of respect, even if you don't feel like doing it.
That's right. And the second that I say Ola, who appears in my chat, Monkman. Master memer. He's the best. He lives in Canada. You'd love him, Ab.
All right. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's perfect. Well, yeah. So we do a show every Tuesday, myself and Uncle Odd. Uncle Odd is streaming on the
Uncle Vigilante, baby. You gotta
get that out of my system. Uncle Vigilante is streaming on YouTube, and I'm not on YouTube, but I am on FAK588-Uncle.com, which is sponsored by Uncle Vigilante and Epic Cash, FAK11.com/Epic. That brings you to the Epic Telegram group where you can get all your Epic needs.
Yes, you can.
And a quick show note: FAKOTube. It wasn't really because of you necessarily, but I increased the budget of FAKOTube. So the guy offered me a faster server for another $20 a month, so it's now $120 a month.
Nice.
So I upgraded that, and he said, "Well, why don't you go on the CDN Content Delivery Network, which I guess spreads the server all over the world. So if you're in Europe, you get the European server of FAKOTube. If you're in Southwest US, you get that server. So it should be faster." And I did notice that the view count went way up. And you say, well, why would that be? Well, people are very impatient. So if you click play and you don't get a response, most people just leave. But now FAKOTube should be more responsive. So it's going to start playing very quickly. And that usually counts as a view. So the view counts definitely went up. And so did my bill. So I'm not only paying $120 a month, but it's a dynamic pricing. So if I get a zillion hits, I have to pay for every hit.
Good thing you're in an appreciating asset, Epic Cash. We're going to talk about that tonight. Why you should be excited.
Exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. If I wasn't in Epic Cash, I might have been hesitant. But because I know I'm going to be an Epic millionaire, I just decided to go nuts. And I figured, oh, my sponsor won't mind paying. He'll probably chip in another 1,000 Epic.
Bring out the Lambos, man. Lambos and the blow. We're rich.
All right, calm down. We have a young adult here in the room tonight.
Yes,
and Uncle Vigilante very generously is going to give up a few minutes of his show because I wanted to talk to Junior Fakeologist, who is a very shy individual. She hasn't been on the broadcast before. And we were talking on our walk about her favorite.
I've heard your Junior Fakeologist on the show before, have I not?
No, this is another Junior.
Oh, is this the Junior?
Double Junior? Carl's Junior.
Double J? Oh my goodness. Oh, so I'm even more excited now. All right. No pressure. Right.
So she hasn't been on the show, but her favorite topic is K-pop. And do you know what K-pop is, Uncle V?
The only K-pop I remember is like way back when I was young, Saturday mornings, and when people were wearing bell bottoms no, I don't know what K-pop is. How about that? That's the better answer.
All right. Well, we'll let Junior bring it. Tell us what K-pop is, and welcome to the show. Thank you for joining.
Hello.
All right. Hola. What is K-pop for all the uninitiated? You're talking to Fakeologists. You're talking to crypto experts around the world. So what is K-pop?
K-pop is Korean pop music, which originated in South Korea in the early 90s, late
Mhm.
80s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just become this mega industry in the early 2000s and has grown and expanded to millions of fans around the world, and it's just a really huge thing and really popular nowadays.
Can I ask you a question? Is there
Yeah.
such a thing called A-pop, American pop, or
I'm pretty sure that
Japanese pop?
there is J-pop, which is Japanese pop, and C-pop, which is Chinese pop, but American pop is just pop.
Well, you know what? After tonight, there's going to be V-pop, Uncle V-pop. I'm just going on record. I'm going to start singing and dancing next week.
But
Oh,
K-pop is worldwide and it is huge. And what is the age range, do you figure, of people that like K-pop?
it's really all ages, but I think the primary age group is teenagers and people in their 20s.
Mhm.
But anyone listens. My mom listens and she's in her 50s, so.
Oh, don't tell everyone that. I thought I married a young wife. Okay. Okay, right.
So,
So, but
and
it is a whole massive industry. It is massive. It's billions, and these
yeah,
people have Beatle-like followers for people
yes.
my age. And
So
I
it's a
have
big deal.
it's a big deal.
Got it.
Mhm.
And I now because I'm older, I don't really identify with it. I have some reservations about what I'm looking at, but I'm just an old fuddy-duddy probably. And but Junior, you brought up a point that did disturb me tonight, and you asked me a question. You started off the topic with a question. So what was the question you asked me? And ask Uncle V.
I
Ask
asked what is the age limit? Like, how young do you think an idol should be when they debut? Or, like, what's the youngest age you think is appropriate for an idol to debut at?
and make that clear. You just gave a term that I've never really heard of.
Debut?
No,
Oh,
idol.
idol.
What is an idol? Because us
um,
biblical people, we think of idols as things you're not supposed to worship. What is an
so
idol?
an idol is basically a singer, dancer, or rapper who normally debuts in a group with other people around their age,
Mhm.
or it could be a soloist, but they're called idols, K-pop idols.
So
Well,
everyone in the band is an idol.
Yeah,
They're not called singers or musicians, they're idols.
they're idols.
well, keep in mind one of the most famous television series ever is American Idol, and
That's
that,
true.
and that is a contest to be able to find the idol. And within American Idol, I believe there are no age limits, or if there are, uh,
Mm.
it's like me. You know, I don't even think there's, because I've seen some real young kids that have been like opera singers that just blew your mind that they are only 8 years old or something. But
Yeah, that's
but
true,
but
I
but
remember
but,
that now.
but I would, if I have a spidey sense of where this is going,
Mhm.
I
Uh,
would like
I
to
just
create a little definition of term here. As far as idol, as an American Idol or an idol, a pop idol or whatever, I think there's two forms. One would be focused on the talent. Is this person, boy, girl, young lady, young man, are they super talented, and are we focusing on the talent, or are the managers trying to sexualize this person? Because that's where I think this might be going, because I can't understand why else it would be a negative issue.
Go ahead, Junior. You
we're
you
gonna
you can
be
talk
talk.
about it 'cause
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go
First
ahead.
of all, I just looked up how old you have to be to audition on American Idol, and they say the youngest is 15. So that's your answer.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
And
And Junior,
secondly, we're
share your
gonna
screen for us, please. Share your screen, Junior, if you don't mind. Show us what we're looking at here.
okay, sure.
But keep talking. Multitask your
And
brains out.
secondly, we're gonna be talking about sexualization of in the K-pop industry.
Okay,
Oh,
you cut
God.
out on us for a sec. So did you say sexualization of
Okay.
minors in the K-pop industry?
Yeah. Yes, I
Okay.
did.
Okay, that's where I thought this was going to go. Okay.
Right. That is correct.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, when you asked me, I thought, well, young people, the whole entertainment industry is towards younger and youth. And you asked me, and maybe I was being flippant or stupid, but I said, well, maybe 12 might be the young end. And I think you, Junior, balked at that suggestion, and you're probably right, because I was just thinking of people singing into a mic. But when you explain what's going on in the K-pop, which is arguably one of the most influential culture creation sectors in the entire world right now,
Mm-hmm.
even though they're Korean, they are worldwide, and we all know
Yep.
that the United States controls Korea, so it's most likely part of the synagogue of Satan that's running Korea well, and they've captured Korea like no other nation as well. So it's no surprise. But go on, Junior. Let's hear a little more. So I said
Uh,
12, and you said, "Are you kidding me? That's way too young."
Personally, I think 18 should be the youngest just because of how strenuous and how toxic the industry is and what these kids have to go through before they can even debut. Most people don't even debut, so
Mhm,
I think it's really awful system.
mhm.
But recently, this new girl group debuted and they're called New Jeans, and this is a photo of them. If you can see this.
Yeah, we can see it on the screen. They're
Yep.
called
So
New Jeans. New
yes.
Jeans, as in not genetic genes, but blue jeans.
Yeah. They kind of debuted with a 90s, early 2000s concept, and
Mhm.
people were going crazy over it because the early 2000s is making a comeback already
That's
in
crazy.
the pop world.
Good.
So
The 2000s are coming back. Forget the 60s, Uncle V. We're talking the 2000s.
That's
Forget
so
yeah,
that's so 2000s, dude.
yeah.
yeah. Um. So why
And
don't you just
what are the
uh,
ages of these people?
so
I can't really tell.
this they are 18 is the
Mhm.
oldest 2004
Yeah.
and the youngest
The youngest,
is, if you can believe this, born in 2008, which makes her 14,
and
and
that's
here
that
she is
person,
a 14-year-old. um
14 years old. Unbelievable. Okay.
I know. And I just noticed something on this website. People will vote for their bias, which means their favorite member. Notice that the youngest one is the second most popular already, which
Mhm.
Hmm.
it's a bit disturbing, but it's not unheard of to debut at 14 in the industry. So many idols have.
Yeah.
Um,
But tell me the disturbing part, because you were telling me
so
the thing that really, this isn't really a big story until you tell me the next part. This is the punchline.
so this group debuted with a song called Cookie. And I'm gonna bring the lyrics. This is the English translation of the lyrics.
Mm.
And um basically if
You're
you
gonna have
can
to read
read.
it because we can't see it.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, you can't see this?
Well,
No.
it's too small, so go ahead and read some of it,
Okay.
because this is an audio talk show as well.
Okay, so basically the lyrics are saying no dinner, you're hungry though, no water, you're thirsty though. Sweet sugar, my dessert, that's how you like that. Like, ain't that right? If you want it, you can get it. Let me hear you say you want it more, boy. Looking at my cookie, yeah, the scent alone will make you see, taste it. You can't stop at one bite with me.
Oh my
And
god, I've had enough.
Yeah.
um,
And
eh,
my my favorite part is at least I have a daughter that has some very adult sensibilities about how this is wrong and
Yeah,
how
good
yes.
good on you. Mother Trucker asked, how old was Michael Jackson when he was debuted? That's a good question. And Yellowbeard suggested pop stars have been being exploited is nothing new. This has just been going on forever.
Yeah.
We're,
I agree, and Michael Jackson was probably a very small child when he got into TV and acting
uh,
in the Jackson 5. He was probably 5. He was probably very little, but the thing that disturbed me the most about this
the,
is
yeah,
the pedophilia, and we know that this is on the agenda for this era that we're in. They are trying to normalize
they try.
pedophilia.
Yep.
And this is how much more disgustingly overt do the lyrics have to be? I mean, forget innuendo. They may as well just come right out and say it.
No, you're right. You're
And
right.
that's what disturbed me. And
Yeah.
the other thing is the other thing that has always bothered me about these K-pop quote unquote idols is even if they are adults, I don't know if it's because they're Korean or Asian, but they look extremely young. They're hairless, they're androgynous looking. So it's a whole agenda that they're pushing. It's
Yeah.
to me, it's not the music. I don't get the music. I'm an old fashioned, here's a guitar and play it hard and make some noise. These guys are just dancing around in a rhythmic, very it's all about dance. It's all about these just very generic, whether they be boy bands or girl bands. I don't know if they're mixed bands. It's just very
Really?
there are mixed bands?
There's, like, only one
Mhm.
co-ed group that I know of,
Mhm.
and they're not very popular,
Right.
so it's mainly just segregated to girls and boys.
Yeah, but it's just very sexualized. They all look young, even if they are adults.
Yeah.
They are groomed to look young, and I'm guessing once they start to look like adults, they are probably thrown out or retired in favor of these 14-year-olds.
Right.
Is that right, Junior?
Um, it depends on how successful they are.
Mhm.
If they're really popular, I mean, there are still groups with 30-year-old members in them
Alright.
still who are very popular,
Okay.
but more and more minors, I think, are debuting recently.
Yeah. Well, and the point of you coming on is I just wanted to, get you some, just practice talking in
Good.
public, and you done fantastic, and I really wanted you to, really explain your reservations, and I think I'm detecting your disgust for what the industry is doing, and hopefully it will turn you off, and hopefully you can speak out in your K-pop forums.
Well, I had one more website
Okay,
to
one more.
show.
One more,
Um,
and then we gotta talk crypto.
yeah, so this woman, Min Hee Jin, is kind of responsible. She's a creative director, and
Okay.
in the past, she has kind of glamorized pedophilia and sexualized minors in the
Mm.
past. And this is her, by the way, in case
Can
you
you go right up
want
to
to
the
see.
top? Because 'Cause we're
Yeah,
just
I
looking at
can't
her
see her.
legs.
Yeah.
There we
How old is
Um,
this person?
I don't know, but she's maybe in her 30s or 40s. I'm not sure.
Right.
But basically, people found like on her Instagram, she posted her house, and she has these paintings, or not paintings, but photographs of, for example, from movies with very sexualized minors in it and pedophilia. Also, if you guys know about Brooke Shields, which I'm sure you do, she was sexualized at a very young age, and she draws inspiration from that. And she was in charge of this girl group, so it's really disturbing that this woman uses basically pedophilia as inspiration for these minors. And it's not just girl groups she's done it with, she's also done this with boy groups as well. And so, um,
Vote with your
yeah.
pocketbook, junior fakeologist. Stop Stop listening to it. I mean, that's the only thing that you can do, or just be an evangelist against it. But yeah, let's talk crypto, Ab. I'm
All right. Well, let me thank Junior. Thank you very much for bringing this up. It was a good talk.
It was a great talk. It's a great talk, but I just want to be sensitive to the audience. I think they,
All right.
yeah, they.
All right. So thank you, Junior, for joining. That was a good appearance.
It was a great appearance.
Thanks.
All right. All right. Take care. Okay. Thank you very much, Uncle V, for ceding the floor for a few minutes. It went on a little longer, but she was obviously getting into a groove. So good on her.
No,
so
that's a good debut of JJ.
All right.
All right. Let me. I want to show you something that is pretty darn amazing.
All right. Do I have to bring up a screen at all?
No. Let me share it. All right. Do you see that?
Okay. Yeah. The World Series of Crypto. What are we talking about here?
The World Series of Crypto. It's coming up in 2023 in October. And you know the story about Trillions, the made-for-TV series Trillion. That is being co-written by Max Freeman and Mars Callahan, who's written 150 movies that you would know. You just wouldn't put him with it. But amazing writer. And then Jonathan Sanger is the producer of Vanilla Sky, Mission Impossible 2 series, Elephant Man. Well, they are together putting on the World Series of Crypto on the platform View It, which you may not know much about yet, but it is a big deal, and it is going to be a big deal. But I want to play you this short video, and I want you to pay really close attention, because there's one part of it that should get you really excited as a holder of Epic Cash. Okay?
Go for it.
All right, here we go.
Let's get excited.
All right, 3, 2, 1, let's play.
In 2023, for the first time in history, the crypto world will gather in the same place, the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, and they will compete for the same main event prize pool. $15 million in cryptocurrency and the coveted $200,000 Sapphire Hublot watch. In the city that defined high stakes, the most brilliant minds in crypto will challenge each other's skill in their attempt to predict the most volatile markets on the planet.
Whether you trade Bitcoin, Hexcoin, Epic Cash, or Ethereum,
through Coinbase, Binance, Robinhood, Gemini, or Kraken, from your mother's basement, in a cubicle, in your robe, or in a corner office at a big firm. If you can afford the $10,000 buy-in, and you can make it to Las Vegas before all 1,500 seats are sold, then you may just be able to meet and compete against the top traders on the planet. Secure your ranking as one of the best in the world, and possibly even win the first annual World Series of Crypto. Streaming live on viewit.com and produced by Academy Award winner Jonathan Sanger. Let's get into the format of the tournament.
1,500 contestants will buy in for $10,000 in Epic Cash. And
all right, I got it.
The entrance fee is going to be $10,000.
Yeah.
It's
Are you going?
It's denominated in Epic Cash, meaning all 1,500 people have to go in and buy Epic Cash, and then they send their Epic Cash in, $10,000 worth of Epic, as their buy-in. So that's literally 1,500 people, 10,000. That's $15 million being added to our market cap. And if anybody knows anything about how this works, a little goes a long way. I just want to just back that up again, and so that everybody could hear this. This is hashtag BFD.
1,500 contestants will buy in for $10,000 in Epic Cash,
and they will each receive $1 million in digital currency.
And from 10 a.m. Monday, October 16th, 2023, until 6 p.m. Friday, October 20th,
they will trade and compete to see who will come out on top. and take home the title of Best Crypto Trader in the World. Overseeing this tournament of titans, we will look to bring in world-renowned financial and crypto experts, such as Ben BitBoy Crypto Armstrong, Brock Pierce, Nicole Pedalidis, and Wendy O. We'll take you deep into the war rooms of some of the most talented crypto traders in the world and bring you all the tactics and all the drama as our contestants battle the clock, their own fears, and each other. Join us as we take you into the world of high-stakes crypto trading like you've never seen it before in the most exclusive, high-profile event of the year. This is the World Series of Crypto.
Wow. Okay.
That
Boom.
is awesome. I mean, I can't even shout loud enough what a big deal that is. The fact that whole World Series of Crypto is denominated in Epic.
That is amazing. How did they manage that? Or is this an Epic sponsored event, obviously?
No, it's not Epic sponsored. It's just that when Mars Callahan and Jonathan Sanger decided to choose Max Freeman to be their cryptocurrency advisor, they took a deep dive into Epic Cash. Callahan even had a third party come to Vegas to meet with him and Max Freeman to basically just try to rip Max apart. This was a very, very smart, his name was Chris Champion, a very smart individual. And his job was to protect Mars Callahan and basically just ask all the hard questions that Mars wouldn't know to ask. And he went to dinner, and from what I understand, from Chris's own words, he was on my show. It's in my back videos. Is his jaw dropped? He's like, I have never ever met anybody more intelligent in crypto than Max Freeman. And Mars. Yeah, and Mars, he's the real deal. And then Mars started paying attention, and he started acquiring Epic Cash himself, and his light bulb went off. He's not dumb, and he's like, my gosh, if I acquire Epic Cash and then host this event that's all about crypto, and instead of saying that it's $10,000 of Bitcoin as a buy-in, if it becomes $10,000 of Epic Cash, then that is going to force people to go acquire Epic Cash. And can you imagine the people that are in the last minute, once people FOMO in and it goes $10, $20? I told Max today, I said, the smart person, and we're breaking this news today. I was going to break this on my show on Friday, but we're breaking it today, and I'll re-break it on Friday. But for those that are paying attention tonight, good on you. You get it first. But if it was me and I wanted to participate in that World Series of Crypto, I'm going and getting 10,000 Epic Cash right now. That'd be $10,000. We're trading about at $1. And then by the time, October 2023 hits, and let's just hypothetically say because of this and other force multipliers, so right now you could get 10,000 Epic Cash, right? But what if it starts trading for $1,000 because everybody's FOMOing in, and it gets up to that by the time the entrance fee is due? Out of your 10,000 Epic Cash, you would have to give up 10 coins. That would be what the smart person would do, and then he would have that appreciating asset. But anyway, I couldn't be more excited about that. When I heard that video, I know they've been working on pulling that together for a long time. There was just something when I heard it and I saw it, and I'm like, wow, this is real.
That is cool. Well done. Way to go. That's amazing.
Yeah. So what else do I want to share? I want to share, this is kind of interesting. No, I don't want to share my audio settings. Click the wrong button there, everyone. Sorry about that. Let me go up to my Chrome tab, and I want to go to L. McMurphy Twitter. Let's see if this is it. me share. All right, do you see that there?
Yeah. What are we looking at? Is that a Twitter feed?
Yeah, we're looking at El McMurphy. He's on Enrique. For those who watch our Epic Cash lives on Fridays, he's on there often. He used to be a CFO, Chief Financial Officer, for a company where he lives, and then he traded crypto for 2.5 years, did it very well, and then he discovered Epic Cash. And
What's his Twitter handle? How do you spell it?
it's at L_McMurphy.
Okay.
At L_McMurphy. And he always does these cool analytics. And this one is for Epic holders, the cost of crude, Brent oil, has gone down 42% during the past year. AVAX is doing well as Avalanche is doing well too. The story changes for BTC, ETH, Monero, XRP, LTC, etc., as the cost of the barrel has substantially increased for them. So what we're trying to do, we keep trying to, because inflation has just destroyed everything from an analysis standpoint. We're trying to, let me show you one more. We're trying to be able to just get a baseline. Let me go to the next.
So it's L_McMurphy, because I can't find. How do you spell McMurphy?
Let me do one more. It's at EL_M.
EL. Okay.
Yeah, MC.
Okay, now I found it. L McMurphy is in El Toro. Okay, I got it.
There you go.
I was thinking of just the L. Okay.
So here's another one. Brent crude oil spot price in Epic has decreased 31% over the past year, while increasing 157% in BTC. Measuring yearly arithmetic Jesus returns doesn't truly determine your portfolio's strength, but the measuring of the purchasing power of it relative to the cost of energy does. So he's just a really smart dude that figures this stuff out. Interestingly, regarding Brent crude oil, let me show you this. Share this.
Yeah,
Brent, check this out.
Mm-hmm.
The name Brent
Mm-hmm.
in the oil industry came from the naming policy of Shell UK Exploration and Production. The company was operating on behalf of Royal Dutch Shell and ExxonMobil. In fact, Shell UK Exploration and Production originally named all its fields after the birds. In this case, the bird was the Brent goose. Oh. So you're seeing the black goose because all of the oil slicks that happened, and the birds would get in them and turn black.
So the bird isn't actually a black goose; it's actually a damaged goose. That's wonderful. Okay.
So let's see what else is happening. This is pretty interesting. Have you heard of this? Have you heard of the virtual currency mixer Tornado Cash?
I think I heard the word tornado come up, but it didn't mean anything to me. That was
oh man, this is so great. This is so great. So this is Tornado Cash is basically where it's a mixer to where you can take your coins like Bitcoin or any coin that is a surveillance coin that isn't private at the protocol level like Epic Cash is, that has to go through some song and dance to become private. So the U.S. Treasury, they just sanctioned Tornado Cash. And the effect on that,
sanction is bad.
Sanction is very, very bad. Let me show you what has happened here.
And why would they sanction it among thousands of cryptos? Is this like a game where, okay, the competitor is turning to Mama or Papa Government just to screw
But
the credit.
but listen. Do you know Tornado Cash? How many coins that they have touched that are out there?
I don't know anything about Tornado Cash. It doesn't.
Oh, so let's just read crypto mixing service Tornado Cash, blacklisted by U.S. Treasury. The department barred its use by U.S. persons as a matter of national security because North Korean hackers allegedly used the mixer to launder stolen crypto funds.
Well, here we go with North Korea. Eh?
Here we go, right? Here we go.
Russians, yeah, you name it. Whoever they don't
So-
like.
So, for those of you who know anything about AB, the fakeologist, fakeotube.com, or my back story of Uncle Odd, you know we really enjoy going down rabbit holes, and we have always asked the question, who are they? Right. When you think about those who are running the world, you know what I call them, Druid Babylonian bastards. And what they are trying to do is they do not want you to have private finances. So anything that threatens the potential of a central bank digital currency that is a surveillance programmable coin, and anything that potentially darkens their view of a surveillance coin like BTC, which is, of course, we know means been totally compromised. They are going to go to war. So they went to war against Tornado Cash. But this is why I brought this up, because I love it. Here's the thing. If you have in your possession, any coin that they can tell has been through Tornado Cash and it has left, fingerprints, right?
Yeah.
If we read this whole thing, they can seize your funds. Okay? They can seize your funds like you are a terrorist.
Right.
So this is where it gets good. This last one that I'm going to share is.
But how do they get your funds? Because you got most crypto, you have private keys. You have your custodial wallet.
They blacklist them, so they'll just. Yeah. So then the exchanges have to play ball with them. So they'll be able to tell. They'll be able to smell the coin and say, "That smells like Tornado Cash to me," and can't be used.
Right.
So
that's got to be it. But there's probably all kinds of non-listed BTC exchanges where I can exchange BTC for something else as well. I'm just using Bitcoin as an example.
Look at the macro. Look at the macro. The big picture.
Oh yeah,
this is about.
Yeah, I understand, but I'm just saying if there are ways around things that not.
This is about war, but this is where there's another side of the war. I love this. So someone is trolling celebs by sending ETH from Tornado Cash. So what they're doing, you have all of these celebrities out there that have their donation and they give their Ethereum address. Well, they can't stop people from donating to those, right? So this dude, this anonymous crypto users, he transferred really small amounts, they call it crypto dust, of ether that had been through Tornado Cash from a sanctioned address to stars and prominent crypto figures on Tuesday. And so someone out there is dusting a bunch of wallet from Tornado. I just think it is so damn funny because what it's going to do ultimately, or the idea, he says it here, the gag effectively points out the absurdity of such sanctions for users receiving funds from blacklisted addresses that they have no power to decline. The open nature of crypto is designed to cut out intermediaries, unlike the traditional financial sector that would use banks and other financial institutions to act as gatekeepers against such transactions. So I'll stop sharing there. But I just wanted to bring that up because to again say that we are at war, And out of the 20,000 cryptos out there, we've talked about this before. Epic Cash has the defensive design, invested more time upfront on the legal side than even the tech. And we are a layer one protocol, of which maybe there's 100 of them out of the 20,000 that are worth anything. And we are one of only a few layer ones that are private by default. And so if you think that your money should be yours, and if you send me a little bit that I shouldn't know everything about your portfolio, then I highly encourage you to go to t.me/epic cash. Welcome to the family. We'll educate you and teach you about getting into the right appreciating asset that is going to be what the buy-in is denominated in for the World Series of Crypto 2023.
Wow.
That's just so awesome. Just amazing news. So that's kind of all I had as far as no. I sent you a couple of images.
Yeah.
Can you open up, please, the birthday one?
The birthday first? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to show everyone my birthday.
Oh my God, you old fossil, you.
Because I want to tell you what this is about. So I have a famous dog, Instagram dog. He's the most giant children's hospital therapy dog in the world. He has like 140,000 Instagram followers. He used to do amazing work at the children's hospital before COVID hit, and then they banned pet therapy. So he basically had to be retired, and it just breaks my heart. But I still keep his Instagram account up and running, and I'll post things periodically to it. Well, guess what? For me to continue using my frickin' account that I have, that Zammy's account, it basically says add your own birthday. And if I didn't, I would lose access to the whole account. Isn't that bullshit?
Yeah, but it's all part of digital ID. It's coming. It's just all these Druid Babylonian bastard corporations are just getting you prime for your digital ID, which you'll need to access everything online eventually. So
Eventually,
I think this is all part of it. They're normalizing that you got. I'm surprised you didn't have to upload your passport. That'll be next.
Yeah. Open up the circle. I hesitate to call it the globe, but yeah.
Yeah. What do we got?
Open that. So what we have is the United States, right? This is
GDP. This is a GDP map.
Yeah.
GDP graph.
A GDP, gross domestic
Gross domestic product. Where's Canada?
Canada is right there above the United States. Yep. But if you take a look at this, the reason why I want you to look at this is all of these different countries, right? They speak different languages. Epic Cash, our white paper, and we just now have a new, it's called a GUI wallet that requires some instructions. And we have an amazing handout for people to educate other people's called Financial Freedom for the Masses. Well, those are all fine and dandy, but they're all written in English. And if you take a look at this, you can see that, there's a pretty good chunk of people in China. And if you go by GDP, India, Japan, that's where money flows, right? Germany, Italy, Spain, UK, Russia. Okay, if you could stop sharing that and then share the other one that has the boxes. And there we go. Now, everyone, I want you to see this. This is the coolest thing about Epic Cash as a community, is for us to reach the masses, for you to acquire mass adoption. You know what? You need the masses.
Where's Canada on here? I speak Canadian.
Well, we're going to talk about that right now.
Okay.
We're, yeah, good question. You speak Canadian. So, yep. So there are different languages out there that we want to be able to translate our documents to. So we have a resource who has literally a team worldwide of people who don't just enter in a document into Google Docs or whatever and Google Translate, but these are real people that go word by word and know all the nuances of the country. And to be able to translate all of the languages that we want, to be able to gain worldwide mass adoption of Epic Cash, it was going to be about $6,000. Let's just call it 6,000 Epic. So it becomes a community race, right? Because there is no treasury, there is no CFO to go to, there is no marketing budget. So it's just community members like you and me. So we came up with something kind of clever to where Mother Trucker and her team, they came up with this graphic to where they put it was 58 different countries. And you can sponsor a country for 93 Epic. So you see Uncle V on Russia. Obviously, my wife is from Russia. And so I wanted to sponsor Russia. So I sent 93 Epic. And you can see how it's filling in. It's just so cool. I'm sharing that with you because I'm so proud of the Epic community that this is, it's something that you can just look at and everybody has their why. I mean, Levi, why Chinese? Captain Bai, why Danish? I mean, it's so cool. I just love it. You can stop sharing that. But just shout out to the Epic Cash community and coming together. I think within a week, we're going to have every language covered. I made them commit to me that the very last one, once they came up to the last one, that I get that one too, because I like underdogs. So I'm going to fund the last one as well.
What does it mean that you're funding them? What does that mean? What are you going to do?
It just means that it is a clever way of being able to say we need to raise $6,000. And when you divide it down from the 58 countries, it ends up being 93 Epic. If you say one Epic is $1 and it's trading a little under that, but it was a way that we could denominate it, have fun with it. We're an Epic Cash community, so people can sponsor a country by sending 93 Epic, and then ultimately it'll be converted into the green stuff or the fiat dollars of the country that whoever's doing the translation, and they get paid from that community raise. But what do we?
You're going to translate the wallet. The wallet.
The wallet.
Oh, I see.
The financial freedom for the masses. So it'll be in all these languages, because to be able to educate people and to be able to get them to get a wallet. I mean, there's a whole lot of people out there that don't speak and read English, right?
I got you.
So I think it's these little things that just excite me about Epic Cash and this project, is just the grander vision of it just, being a bunch of, nerdy dudes who in between, playing video games in their mom's basement, doing code, and all respect to those who play video games in their mom's basement.
That's good. At least they're tuning up their fingers for programming and whatnot. Hey, I was doing some, as you know, I'm a big podcaster, and I love this whole podcast 2.0 that's being run in the same sort of way, this community coming together to fight the Prometheans. And one of the things that they're really trying to do, and I brought this up to you earlier, and you said you're going to work on this maybe for next week's show, And that is this value for value model where they're trying to get money directly from the people that are consuming to the creators, trying to cut out the middleman. It's a very
Yeah.
crypto idea.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I was trying to get it working. One of the problems with technical people that are really deep into a subject, like you're deep into Epic, Adam's deep into podcast, they never really explain how they are doing things. And I listened to their specific podcast about podcasting 2.0, and they're throwing around terms, and I can't quite pick up what these terms refer to. Like they'll talk about the Breeze wallet and Lightning and Fountain, and I all I want to know is can you just explain how I can make money on my podcast from my audience? And they never sit down and do it. And even though they do a show once a week, they never stop for 5 minutes to explain what the hell they're talking about because they're so
all right, we're gonna figure that out next week. I'm gonna end up because we're working on some things. I'm gonna see if I can get Max Freeman on next Tuesday's show, and we're gonna go through this. And
But you know what? Yeah, so what yeah, so there's but this is a problem with people that are deep inside their project, is that the outsiders like me who's I'm banging on the door, let me in. I want to know how this works. I'm missing a couple of the basics. And this is what is so important. You have to, because this is so new, Epic Cash crypto is so new, podcast too. If you're getting new people listening every week, you really have to just say, unfortunately, start at the beginning a little bit for them and just say, okay, this is, you got to do.
but but that's what we do. That's why we have t.me/Epic Cash.
Yeah, but
that's our.
I know, but not everyone's going to look at a Telegram. What I'm saying is, if you're doing a show every week, I'm not saying you're not doing it. I was just criticizing these other guys because they're trying to monetize the content, which is great. And I pointed out to you because I know you're trying to get mass adoption with Epic, which has really low transaction fees. So let me just ask you, as a crypto guy, what do you know about Bitcoin Lightning? Because they're really trying to pump this as this frictionless, really low cost way of dispersing small amounts of crypto. I think they call them Satoshis, which is 100 million Satoshis is one Bitcoin. So I wanted to relate that to Epic and see what you know about those two things.
We call those Satoshis Freemans. I'm not a fan of Freemans. I would prefer to call it eSats because everybody knows Bitcoin and the Sats, and it's this exact same, the same dynamic when you're trading crypto. You're trading Sats, you're stacking Sats. But Lightning is an absolute fake left, go right failure. And that's why when you said Lightning, why it automatically, I'm like, I need to have Max on the show next week. We can make a whole show on Lightning and we can talk about this. And we can talk about Epic Cash's alternative solutions from a value for value standpoint. I will tell you, and everybody listening, isn't that right? Rescued Car Collective, eSats. I have to give that one to my buddy, Mr. P.
So what's an
Puccinelli.
eSat again? I didn't catch that. What is an eSat?
Everybody in crypto understands if you're, you have Bitcoin, you understand what a Satoshi is. It's a sat. They call them sats.
Well, I just learned about them today, so not everyone knows what it is. What I told you is what I learned today. So
okay, so everybody in crypto ultimately learns what a sat is. How about that?
Okay.
So now you know what a sat is, and our sats are, the exact same. It's the exact same measurement within
100 million eSats for one.
Yeah. And so I like Epic Sats instead of Bitcoin Sats, and so I have proposed to our community actually. And I think everybody agreed to change Freeman's to eSats. I just don't think Freeman's, to me, it feels like a dislocated joint. But what I wanted to share with you is one of the things that I brought up in a group today was, Epic's price stays around $1 to 80 cents and all of that. And miners are going to mine, but miners are also going to dump. They don't care. They don't care about the long-term value of, crypto. They just want to use their energy to mine and then and then cash out. Most of them. Now, some of them do. Some of them are a little wiser, and they will hodl, if you will. But one thing that we're very, very good at within the Epic Cash community is supporting other people, right? They're raising Epic to be able to fund their own outreach projects in different countries. And so I started thinking about that. And then Yoga was on the same call this morning. His name's Yoga Dude. And we were riffing on this, talking about it, saying, when we're raising Epic for people, what are they going to do with that? They're ultimately going to go into Vite and sell it. And so by raising money for them to go evangelize, ultimately, does it suppress the price? Because I think the evangelism would be a lagging indicator. So does it, in the short term, suppress price? Because they have to get out of the Epic into whatever cash or wherever they are in whatever country they exchange USDT or UST to. And that's right. And so I was thinking, and Max thought it was a good idea, and I reached out to Black Tiger, and he's going to start working on it. But what about this as an idea? Because I would like to tell somebody that I will support you on one condition, that 20% of what I provide to you will go in a wallet that you will hodl, so that long term you have skin in the game. So you're not just going from one, a crypto community to another. Basically, it could be a business model that, hey, I can do this for you and raise all of this money, but then you get out of your crypto and you don't have any skin in the game. So the thought is, wouldn't it be cool to have it set up to where you have a fundraising mechanism for a community? So let's say the 93 Epic for a sponsorship. If the recipient of that, they would agree to receive 80% of that Epic to do what they will, but the 20% of Epic will go into a smart contract that will have like a 3-year lock period on it. So that is almost forcing people to save in an appreciating asset. And I believe that, because of that, there's going to be a lot of future millionaires who will have taken that 80%, have busted their butt, but knowing they have a little stash in a locked contract that they get access to in 3 years. So it puts them in the mode of wanting to continue to do whatever they can to advance or evangelize, if you will, Epic Cash. And so everybody in the chat, I don't know what you think about that, but we're going to start talking about that. And I think it's actually going to come to fruition at some point in time. But anyway, so lots of discussions about how to compensate people who are creating content or creating awareness, and next week I think will be a really good show to discuss with Max. Okay. And I bet you we can brainstorm our way out of it on the other side to see how we could use you as a case, study.
Yeah, I think or a case study. But yeah, it's just interesting. It's a similar community, this podcasting 2.0, where they're trying to develop apps. They're trying to get adoption of this, just how you can pay. And I don't think there's any clear. It's so new that there's just no standards. There's no clear pathway, and it's just a lot of experimenting going on right now. That I don't think anything really is happening in that market. There might be 10 people doing it, or a very small number of people doing it. So the time is right, obviously.
Yeah, the time is right, but ultimately, it's like everything else. When you have community-driven projects, everybody has their day jobs or day obligations, and then at some point in time, somebody has to pay someone to code.
Yeah, people are,
Now there are a lot of people that'll do it out of the goodness of their own heart, and that's the beauty of a project like Epic Cash, is that we have such core evangelists, that what we need to do is we need to get you an Epic Cash.
someone wants to know my address, Rescued Car Collective, fakeologist.com/donate. Underneath Epic Cash, right underneath the donor box, is an Epic Cash Veet address.
Hold on. Just keep that right there. I want to take a picture of that, see if it pops up.
But no, that I don't have the graphic. I just put the actual Veet number. I didn't generate a QR code. I guess I need to.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah,
I
will do that. I will do that. I don't know if I knew how to do it at this exact time I put this up. So I just got the address up there.
But that would be cool. What was it? Man, I do so many shows lately.
You're a million.
But,
yeah, you're so.
Oh no, I did it. It was yesterday. It was the jam session. I did a show yesterday with him, and at the end of his presentation, he had a QR code, and right then and there, I took a picture of it, and I immediately donated 20 Epic Cash to him.
Nice.
And so you need to do that too. If you go into t.me/Epic Cash, and you
What am I trying to receive? Am I trying to, because I'm trying to receive epic-002. I'm looking at my Veet wallet now. So that's what I want to share, I believe. So there's a QR code, and I'll have to save this and punch it in. Okay, so what I'll do, and this is for receiving.
So what you should do is literally during all of your shows, no matter what, if you just embed that in your screen, where somebody could just take that
I'm gonna do that. You got that right.
And boom. Now I have your, is this your Vite address?
Yeah. So that's what you want, right?
That's what I want. But
you want the graphic version with the
jam last night.
Yeah.
And please go in, and all you have to do is type in @jam in t.me/Epic Cash. Start a conversation with him and have him walk you through how he was able to create his whatever the hell I did last night, because you need
the QR code. I'll just screenshot it and add it. Don't worry, I've got it. I got this. So,
if you got that, then next week we'll try this again, because I want to show people how you can just take a picture, and then boom, your Vite wallet opens up, and oh wait, no, let me back the bus up, sports fans. Let me go to my Epic 002 and let me hit send, and then I'm going to hit the plus sign, and I'm going to scan. Let's see if that does it. But it didn't work. It worked. So you have some work to do. What I'm seeing on screen did not. It gives me an address.
I've got a screenshot for my Veet. So as soon as here we go. Let me just put on my screen now. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Does that work? And is that what you want?
Let me try
that. I don't know if you can see it, if it's big enough.
Let me try.
The link is not in YouTube chat. It should be.
It's just not clear enough.
It's a little too small. Let me blow it up a bit.
Oh no, it did it. It did it. I was able to catch it.
How's that? Does that help?
Love Uncle V. So you said your price of your server went up how much? Like
$20 US plus I don't know what. We're gonna have to wait because we're gonna start paying by paying per use, per download, and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna see how that works out. We might have to back off a bit on that because we don't know what kind of action FAKOTube gets, but we know the FAKOTube action's up 50% since we made it faster. Because, as I said before, when people press that button, if they don't get action within 1 second, they bail. And
Well, Ab, I would love for you to open up your Epic wallet just to show people how fast these things are. Because I decided I just sent you, and I add
oh
3
my
zeros.
God, I just got an input here. What happened?
How many did you get?
I'm trying to figure it out. It just went up. Plus 100 just flew in.
I just sent you $100,000 because that's how I think. I think within 3 years we're going to be trading at
100 epic. Thank you, Uncle. That's very nice of you.
You're welcome. And see how easy that was. So
that is fast because I've sent Monero and Bitcoin, and I did try.
We don't mess around, man.
No, it is super fast. It is stupid fast. That is that. And in this day and age, you expect that because we
Hey, Rescued Car Collective just sent 10. Check it.
Hold on a sec. This is.
See, look, isn't this fun?
Wow, it's already in. Hey, that's amazing.
Yeah, baby.
No, I do like this. And this, you know what? Forget adding all these stupid things to the app. I mean, it'd be great if they streamed per minute.
Dude,
but man, you guys can just knock money around in seconds. It's cuckoo.
All you have to do is take that you're showing right there, and if you have that ever present on every frickin' platform you have.
Can I tattoo it on my forehead?
Tattoo it on your wife's forehead. It's usually
I'll scan
better.
her every night. I'll just send her money.
No, but isn't that cool? And that is a way for people who are into this. I mean, I'm stupid. I never once.
That is crazy fast. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've done a bunch of wallets, and I get worried after a day when it doesn't go through. You know how you get sort of sweaty? Did I send it to the right thing?
Yeah.
So
I remember those.
Yeah, that's especially Monero.
I remember those days when I was in 25 coins and not just one that works.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you.
There is your.
Who sent that?
There is your homework assignment. Your homework assignment is by next week to be able to, when you stream this, just see how you have Fakeologist in your lower left.
Mm-hmm.
You should just have your this. So people can take a picture of it and say, you should put something like what you hear. Please donate some Epic Cash.
All right.
Yeah, that's awesome, Rescued.
How do they get Epic Cash if they don't have it? What do they do? What's the best way?
They go to t.me/Epic Cash help desk and ask how. And there's 500 people in there that help people all day long.
But if they don't want to go there, could they just go to the Play Store and get the Veet wallet, the Google Android store?
They can go the Veet multi-chain wallet and download that. And in all of my show notes, if you scroll down, and I'll give you the exact name of it, because I do this in every one of my show notes after. So it rendered.
The Veet wallet is in the Play Store, is it not? Which is
yeah. So
I just typed in Veet wallet, VITE, and I found it. So it's right there. I can't speak about Apple because I don't have Apple. So you download that, and you can just go into the market and send any Bitcoin. We'll just talk about Bitcoin because it's the granddaddy. If you want to send Bitcoin into the app, and you can flip it right into your wallet. There's 2 components.
Hey,
wallet.
I just emailed you basically everything that anyone needs to know through Telegram that you can then put in your wherever you'd like. But it'll show you exactly if you follow those simple instructions. It will. It's everything you need to know to be able to get set up. What I just said.
And I know I had a message saying that one person doesn't like talking about crypto. Well, you know what? I don't like talking about rebuilding the whole financial system that is collapsing around us right now. None of us really want to be here, but the shrewd Babylonian bastards are forcing our hand. Let's be honest about things. Things are,
Yeah.
if you,
I-
I know you probably love your US dollars and they're so easy, but that system is going bye-bye. We don't have a timeline on it, but at
Yeah.
least hedge yourself for God's sakes. Because it could be
Yeah,
next week, it could be next year. You don't know because they're not gonna tell you because they're just waiting for a
That's right.
substantial, like, they're building the collapse, guys. I know I'm not into Kabuki theater of politics, but they just raided Donald Trump's house allegedly, okay?
Mhm.
So they're setting up a civil war, a collapse. They're
Right.
setting something up. They're not telling us because we only see where the headlights glow. We don't get to see around the corner. So you're gonna have to do something. And
And look, for those of you who don't like talking crypto, don't listen on Tuesday nights.
no, but you should
You know,
listen because we throw a bit of fakery in here, but we're talking reality too. And I don't know which cryptos win, but I like Uncle Odd, Uncle Vigilante. He's been here a long time. I can't evaluate 20,000 coins. I just know when I talk to a business type guy like Uncle Vigilante that he has a lot of experience under his belt. And okay, you could say we're shilling for it. Okay, well, do you have a better thing to shill for? Because I'm sure Uncle Vigilante would flip if something better came along. He's
you know
a business
what?
guy.
It's so funny. People say shill. I say
Okay,
share.
promote.
Educate
Yeah.
is better. Shill is inherently a negative
Yeah,
word, and
right,
it
right.
means that shilling means that there's somebody that is faking,
Yes. Interest.
feigning,
Faking
is doing what Jeff Berwick did, walking Lucy for 3 weeks before the Darrow pick. That was shilling because then when it came out, all of us subscribers and new subscribers bought into their sell wall
Right.
to where they made bank.
You're
That's
still
what a
sore on
shiller.
That's still a real.
Look,
You haven't changed your position on that.
I am a walking, talking public service announcement for those to be careful of pump and dumps, rug pulls, shillers. So when you say shill, I get, kind of
You get itchy. Yeah,
a little edgy.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. I was just using shill because it's a word everyone throws around. It's no.
But to me, it's about, somebody used a term that I really liked today. I'd never really heard it. Maybe I'm just slow to the party. But someone threw out. They were talking about a trusted group, and they referred to it as the trust tree.
Okay.
And I would like to think that over the last how long have we known each other? All the way back to Discord days when I was
couple years. I mean, yeah, it's
couple. It's been.
Has it?
I mean,
I can't keep track. The years are flying by.
CV19's been around for 3.
Oh, right. We were talking before them, damn it.
It's been 5 years, Ab.
Is it really? That is crazy.
Yeah. So you are high on my trust tree. I trust you a lot.
Well, I haven't
because
flipped. I haven't flipped.
Yeah, you haven't flipped at all. And everybody out there, it's like, if you don't like crypto, I get it. You don't have to listen. I hope we provide a little bit of other form of entertainment for you. And you're right. You just, Ab, you just might learn something, and maybe something, there's an aha. But maybe it just helps you pass the time. But if you don't like it, don't listen to it, man. Just bypass Tuesdays. This is our co-show, so I stream to my channel too, and I know everybody who's in my channel, they like crypto. They like.
Do they like
epic.tech. I think they like me, and I think Ab, you're gonna like that $100,000 I sent you in 3 years.
I am, and I'll. I don't know where we'll be in 3 years, but hopefully I'll be able to buy some nice beef sandwiches.
You're in an appreciating asset,
yes,
so
exactly. And hopefully, the FBI won't send 87,000 IRS agents after us to whatever get their pound of flesh, get their. That's one thing. Jeff Berwick does say, come extort or take their share of whatever they think they're entitled to. So crazy.
Well, when you are on the native Epic blockchain, it's all invisible. What Epic? Just saying. Just saying. We are not a privacy coin. We just happen to be a coin that transactions are private, and so there is a big regulatory difference, which is why we're not going to have a target on our back, because we were designed so that we could play nice. And there are other parts of our ecosystem to where you can take your Epic, you can wrap them, and you can put them then on a transparent or surveillance chain, if you will.
Yeah.
And you can do all kinds of fun things like the Bank of Me, borrow against your own holdings, and avoid a tax event, and that's another story for another day. But
What did
anyway,
that cost you to send that to me? You know,
zero.
There's no transaction cost. There's no.
It's between us on Vite. So
Oh, it was a Vite to Vite thing. Okay.
If I had to do a cross chain withdrawal,
I just saw that cross chain withdrawal. Okay.
Yeah. So if I like this week, I'm so proud of myself. I ended up going through the process of being a beta for our GUI 4.0 wallet.
Okay.
And downloaded it and got my coins off of, most of my coins off of Vite. The coins I keep on Vite now are, in my mind, community support coins, doing what I just did with you.
Okay. Right.
And because there's just no transaction fee. Now, if you went off of Vite to a wallet somewhere else, per transaction it would be 2 Epic. So if you only have 5 Epic, that's a pretty big percentage of your portfolio. I would just keep it on Vite, right? Okay. But if you have 100,000 Epic, it's like pixie dust. And but then once you're on the Epic native blockchain, doing transactions from native blockchain like we will do in the future, or through the Diego mobile wallet, the transaction fees are like 1/1000th of a penny. Okay. I mean, they're just ridiculous. It's like nothing. It's just like nothing. So
the symbol I just created is for my Vite wallet. So it would be Vite to Vite. So that's what that is. So people,
somebody
okay.
Yes, somebody would have to have Epic in their Vite wallet.
Okay, I got you.
So you're probably going to get more donations from, my people.
And that's the main thing people are using right now. But things are changing, like you just said.
Yeah, we tried Bitmart, and then we realized what it is not. If we are never on a centralized exchange again, ever, I will be one happy camper. It's all about decentralization in the future. These centralized exchanges, you talk about being the banksters bitches, moving forward. It's like they are, with Coinbase to open an account now, just everything you have to provide. To withdraw Bitcoin, to send Bitcoin, you have to be able to basically dox the recipient. It's getting really, really bad. So it's just they're under so much regulatory. I wouldn't be surprised if Coinbase was bankrupt within a year. It's just getting really, really bad out there. So anybody, public service announcement, if you have your coins on an exchange, get them off the exchange. Not your keys, not your coins. We reviewed that last week, I believe, AB. So, well, look, I had
that was good.
Wonderful hour. Yeah, that was good.
Our hours go by too fast, but that's enough. That's enough.
They do, and next week, schedule willing, but I'm pretty sure if he's available, he's just so great this way. I'll have Max on, and we'll have the subject be the Lightning Network.
Yeah.
And
hopefully you can suggest to the community they try and infiltrate and get into the podcast value for value community, because there's so many projects and I don't really know which one's going to catch. And if they could get ahead of that, that would be great too, because it's in its baby infancy stage.
Well, I think that's something that we can brainstorm next week with Max, because I really think that people who have their own platforms, if they introduced Epic as a method of support and they told their subscriber base, go figure out how to get some Epic. We love Epic. So then they're promoting Epic because it's in their best interests, because they can just put that little thing right up there. And you have a lot of Epic holders that want to show a little love. All they have to do is go to their Vite wallet, click on it, saying, I like what I hear. That's value for value. That's right there. That's the model. Just have that little QR code featured.
Yeah.
It's really cool, because
and it's
the
super
Vite
fast.
Yeah, it's super fast. So you could go through a show and all of a sudden, you just earned 120 Epic, right?
I love that. Yeah. And it's easy to do. So yeah. And like I said, I've tried quite a few things today with the Lightning thing, and I was so mixed up and confused.
Lightning sucks. It's confusing.
It was.
And there's
beyond confusing.
There's fees to get on and fees to get off. It is just their it's their bubble gum and duct tape to the fact that they cannot scale to actually be used as currency. Mm-hmm. So this is their answer, and it's a really shitty answer once you start to understand it.
Right. And it's really in its infancy, so who knows where it's gonna go. But Epic's what we're talking about. So thank you, Uncle Vigilante, for that good show. Thanks for giving up a few minutes for Junior to talk about the culture creation and pedophilia, which is really disturbing, to say the least. And we have to fight that too.
We do.
We do. And I know you're a family man, and I'm pretty sure you're disgusted by it as well. So
yeah,
what our children are being exposed to.
I have 4 daughters, and none of them are in girl bands. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right.
None of mine were in girl bands.
All right. Boston all the way. Let's play some real music, huh?
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Thank you, Uncle Lon. All the best.
See ya. Bye-bye.